I've spent so much time overthinking the simplicities of life time and time again. It's so easy to get wrapped up in being the best instead of just being. I don't need to create the most mind-blowing art or cinematic masterpiece. I just need to show up as me and do what I feel called to do, the things that bring me joy. The winter months always slow me down, my energy dips, and I try to do the bare minimum just to get by. But with the low energy often comes a lower spark of creativity. And when that spark dims, it's easy to fall into old habits. Scrolling endlessly, procrastination, ignoring the things I love. And then comes the spiral, the questioning. Who am I? Am I enough? Can I be better? But the quiet moments are filled with obsessive thoughts, but never the kind that breathe life into me. Instead, they make me question everything I've built. Not long ago, I was happy, fully in love with the world around me, and yet one thought is all it takes to erase that joy, to make me forget all the beautiful moments that have shaped me. I look back at the moments when I was creating without hesitation, when I let myself be free, when I poured my emotions into the work without worrying about how I would be perceived. There was a time when I didn't second guess every brushstroke, every idea, every word. I simply was. And in that space, I felt alive. But now, when I try to reach for that part of me again, there's fear. Fear that I won't be able to create like that anymore. Fear that I'll never tap into that raw vulnerability again. And maybe fear of what it would mean if I did. Because to create freely is to let myself be seen. Not just in the way I choose to present myself, but in the ways I don't. In the parts of me that are messy, unpolished, and still figuring things out. And I wonder, if I shared those parts, will they be accepted? Will I be accepted? It's safer to hold back, to keep a layer of distance. But safety has never made me feel alive. It's crazy how we fall back into the trap of believing the worst parts of our mind. And while I'm still wading through this, inching my way back to shore, I had to ask myself why. Why do I hold back from showing all of my layers? I like to joke that it's because I'm a Scorpio, secretive, protective, but it has to be deeper than that, right? I love creating, but I find myself hesitating, afraid to fully explore, to play, to make mistakes. Sometimes I dip my toe into the murky waters of vulnerability, only to pull back and hide again. But I refuse to stay here forever. The greatest artists weren't great because they hid. They were great because they created like no one was watching. They learned, they experimented, they played, imagined, they lived unapologetically. Even in their darkest moments, creations were born. So this is a reminder for both you and myself. Create like no one's watching.